Okay, you guys, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome in. Let me turn this music down. I love me some music, so I'm always gonna have music on every time I do a vlog, most often. And that's just how I roll. And I have to remember to turn it down when I turn y'all on. But hello, beauties. Mo the goddess here. Like I was saying, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome in. Look around, check out some of my other videos, see if there's something that resonates with you. And if so, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you share. And if you're gonna do all that, you may as well go ahead and subscribe. It ain't gonna cost you a dime, I promise you. So y'all, if you've been following me, then you know in my last video I showed y'all the new villa. In my last video, I also cautioned you to be careful if you're looking for a villa in Bali, because just because you're the first person to live in that villa and it's new, it don't guarantee that things are gonna go smooth. And let me tell you, I've been here on the 8th. It will be a month. So just a couple days shy of a month. Y'all, we have had some issues up in here, okay? But the most important one that I am struggling with is the fact that I cannot breathe in here. They have an air conditioner, which gets pretty cold. But certain times of the day when it's hotter outside, it just feels, it doesn't affect the heat. So it's not big enough, the air conditioner, and because there are new owners, they don't know that it's not covering the full square footage. And I tried to talk to them about, like the first week, I was like, it is not really cold. I got this thing as low as it'll go, and it's not cold. So they had somebody come out. That was like the first thing, I think. They had somebody come out and supposedly fix that. So it was cold for a couple of days. Maybe it was just my mind and I wanted it to be cold and it really wasn't. But the AC, and what that does is, because it be getting hot and it's moist, I can already feel the mold setting into the infrastructure. I don't know what the Balinese build their units with, but they get moldy really fast, especially now that we're in rainy season and I'm in the middle of the rice field, so it's nothing but vegetation. Humiditation. Is that a word? Humidity. Humidity. And I can't breathe. I'm highly sensitive to mold, you guys. The first night I stayed here, I got a cold. I got stuffy. I got, my eye has been running ever since Vegas. That's a whole nother story. We'll get into that another day. I haven't been able to wear makeup or anything because of this eye. My nose is running, but it's like intensified when I'm in mold, okay? That's the first thing. I was in the middle of conducting my course where I had to go on live every morning. The Wi-Fi was kicking me off Zoom because it wasn't powerful enough. They came in like every other day. It was something. Okay, so the Wi-Fi. Then I was in here recording a voiceover on a video, just sitting here in the bed chilling. And because it's so hot in here, I had the doors open and the shears closed. Never. I've done that many times in many different places. Child, I was doing a voiceover and this big ass rat come just walking through here, climbed up the goddamn wall. I mean, I didn't know rats could climb. Climbed up the wall. I'm in shock because if you know anything about me, I'm not afraid of a lot of things, but rats I don't play with. I ain't never played with no rats. I hate the sight of rats. I hate the sight of rats. And he was just, I was so traumatized, I couldn't even hop on the phone and call the owner quick enough. But I live in the village where they live, so they're a minute and a half away from where I am, so they come running over here. By the time they got here, child, the rat had left out, but I had been hearing some stuff on the ceiling, like some loud ass noises on the ceiling. Come to find out, it was rats that somehow crawled up into the ceiling space. So it was just like always something, but most importantly, and then the other day, they installed new doors. I don't know why. They didn't like the ones that they had put in here, and they installed new ones. And I came home from where I was at, and the damn door got stuck open. I could not shut it. So then I had to call them for that. It's just been one after. Oh, and there's the funkiest sewer smell in the bathroom. I have to keep that bathroom door shut all the time because if I don't, it's like if they come and clean and they mistakenly leave the bathroom door open and I walk in here, it smells horrible. And I'm just like, I pay a pretty penny. We did negotiate somewhere in between from what they wanted and what I was comfortable paying. But still, I'm paying too much to have all these issues. And bless their hearts. Nicest freaking people. They have gone out of their way to do what they can do to try to remedy the issues. But I have been looking for a villa in the interim. Because I told them, I said, okay, we'll give it a 30-day run and see how this works out for both of us. And I have been looking for villas. So every villa I go to, there are a few deal breakers. And it just got to be really frustrating because we are in rainy season. So when I get out and go look, it's freaking raining. And it was just so depressing for me. And it was like, you know what? I've said this before, but maybe, just maybe, y'all. And don't hold this against me because I'm just speculating here. I am learning as I go. But after being here for almost 6 years, February will be 6 years, maybe Mama Bali is kind of like urging me like, okay, girl, move along now. Because it's an old wise tale, and everybody knows this, that Mama Bali will invite you in, she will nurture you, she will take care of you, but she will also spit you out if you do not belong here. And I believe because I was called here, I was invited here, and I went through so much healing. I learned so much about myself being here in Bali. I feel like Mama Bali has given me, because even with me wanting to go back to the U.S., I only been back from the U.S. a little over a month, y'all. Maybe like a month and 2 weeks. A month and a week I've been back from the U.S. And I was there almost 6 months, and then I couldn't take it no more. I was there like five months, and I was like, oh God. Which the plan was to be there for 6 months. And I was like, oh my God, I can't take this. I cannot take this. So I came back here because this is what I know. This is what I've become comfortable with. This is easy. I get to relax. I get to be in peace. I get to be in nature. I get to eat good foods. I get to, just do me. But I believe, and forgive me, it's the coughing and all of that. Also, it's very uncomfortable to sleep here during the evenings. And I feel so much better when I'm not here. Like when I get up and I go out during the day, I feel better. So I know it's this place that is making me sicker. And that's happened to me in many places that I've stayed before. So it's nothing new. So when I feel the symptoms, I'm like, yeah, yeah. But being here in Bali always kind of like restricts my throat a little because of the pollution and because of the moisture in the air and the free radicals, all of that, it's just like my voice is always scratchy. I'm always clearing my throat. When I go back to the US, I didn't have that issue having to clear my throat all the time. But the US has its issues as well, as we all know, okay? But I'm saying all that, y'all, to say we are packing. We are packing to move. I'm moving tomorrow. I'm moving out tomorrow of this place. But like I said, I had got really frustrated with trying to find a villa. Either the price wasn't right, there was mold, or the pictures were catfishing, or it was just something about everything didn't sit right with me. And then I was like, well, maybe it's just Ubud. Maybe I need to move to another city. But even looking for a villa in another city in rainy season is very frustrating because the next city over that I do like is Seminyak, and it takes about an hour and 40 minutes to get there. And when it's raining, it's just really uncomfortable because that rain be whooping your tail on that motorbike, okay? And I'm just like, you know what? Even that's an inconvenience for me to just have to hop on the motorbike and drive an hour and a half away in the rain half the time. And I'm like, you know what? Hold on. Let's regroup. Let's pull back the reins. Let's think about this. Let's sit with this. Let's pray on this. Besides that, originally when I started out in 2020 on this whole quest to come here to Bali, the original plan was that I was going to travel. I was going to get out and see the world. But because I got comfortable here, like so many of us get comfortable in uncomfortable spaces, and then I got sick, then I injured my knee, and then it's like, okay, maybe I'm on the decline, like nothing is working out, I was feeling so, oh my God, last year, y'all, I guess that's when I started going through these hormonal changes, because last year my body was just inflamed, my brain was fogged, and that makes you really insecure, that makes you scared, and it makes you probably a little bit apprehensive to live your life. And I was like, oh my God, I used to brag to people about menopause, because this didn't start happening to me until I was 54. I was like, menopause? I ain't never experienced no menopause. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's never been a thing. That's never been a part of my conversation. Even when women my age were having the conversation, I couldn't relate. And then I'm like, well, maybe menopause is showing up, is manifesting in my body in a different way. And like I said, it started happening last year. But my body was inflamed. Everything was like, my joints, it just kind of like hurt to move. It really hurt to move. I felt like I was 400 pounds. I felt like my arms was sitting out here on my stomach. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was walking around like this. Everything was swollen. I'm talking about externally and internally. My face had broken out. I had like these sore whiteheads on my face all over there. I had one here, and I don't know what it was. It was like a hard thing in my face. It felt like and looked like a blackhead, but it would not. I could not lance it. And when I did try to lance it, it would leave like a hole in my face. Just a little tiny hole, but you could see it. And it would still be hard. And it just wasn't going away. So I had that thing all last year. And just recently, that black mark is still there. You can barely see it. But it's smooth. It's not hard anymore. I don't feel like there's anything in there. I don't know what happened. It just went away. And it was like when that went away, then the ease of my body kind of came back. So it was like a phase that I went through. And then, of course, I've been taking my supplements, which I've always taken supplements. I love taking freaking supplements. I do. I've always been like a supplement freak, okay? I've been taking my ashwagandha and my lion's mane and my turkey tail mushroom. The turkey tail was really the turning point for me. I've been taking my soursop capsules. I was selling them for a while, but y'all wouldn't own it. Y'all wouldn't own that, you know. I was selling them when I was in the US. And this is my own brand, just so you know. And I feel better internally. I don't feel as inflamed, but I know with this being a new year, like I was saying also in a vlog that I did. Hold on, y'all. Let me grab my water. Let's go get my water. And the mover was supposed to be here between 9 and 10. I'm gonna let y'all guess what time it is because this is the type of shit. Bali time is a different type of time. They talk about CP time. The Balinese be on their own time too. And because they are so timid and so humble and so peaceful, they don't call you and tell you, hey, I'm going to be late. Hey, the time has changed. They don't communicate with you the way we expect in the U.S. When you ain't going to live up to what you said, you communicate that. They don't do that because they don't want no confrontation. So if you ain't used to having not to be on a time, I had to learn that. That took a long time. If you ain't used to people not communicating with you, this ain't the place. This is not the place because everything is so casual. Nobody really is freaking out over anything. So yeah, got my bags packed. Let me look at my phone to see if they've texted me. Because they're supposed to send me a link so that I could pay the driver. But you know what? I already paid for my storage. And if worse comes, because I got to go to the bank too. I got to go to the bank because I've been trying to use my Balinese ATM card to take money out of the bank. Oh, I didn't tell y'all. I left out a very important part. And it's been saying that it can't do the transaction for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because I've updated my passport when I was in the U.S. and I have a different passport number because they require that you have a passport to open a Balinese account on my visa, the visa that I'm on. But because I got so frustrated with trying to find a visa, trying to find a villa, I booked a ticket to Thailand. I said I'm gonna go and chill out in Thailand for a minute. I'm gonna bop around Thailand. And I don't know how I feel about coming back here, but my stuff is going to. Ain't that something? Went to the US to get rid of my storage, and now I'm back. Who knew I was going to have a storage here in Bali? But the thing is, I have 4 pieces of luggage that I'm not going to be dragging around. I'm not going to be dragging around half of this stuff with me because, like I said, I don't even know if I'm coming straight back here from Thailand. I don't know. And I think that's something that we need to normalize. Not freaking knowing. Not knowing. It's okay not to know. Why is the screen getting dark? Why is it getting dark, y'all? It's okay not to know all the steps. It really is. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know where else I want to travel to. I don't know how long I want to be in Thailand. But I just want to give myself some time and maybe just like back up and go, girl, it's the new year. Get out. Don't get comfortable nowhere because you still have so much life to live. And I think as you age, a lot of us just get comfortable with the aging process. We get comfortable with not doing what we said. We get comfortable with them ailments that start to settle into our bodies. We get comfortable with it all. And we never do anything that we said we was going to do. Hold on, y'all. I don't know how I'm going to handle this.
Hello.
Hey, Surya, it's Mona. How are you?
I'm good. I'm sorry. I'm still driving, but that's okay. What happened?
Nothing happened. The driver is not here, and I don't know what's going on. Nobody has called me to say anything.
Oh, okay. Because it's a little bit it's raining right now.
No.
Because today it's raining in the Pakistan. Maybe it's a little late. Because the one supposed to picking up from the Pakistan.
Oh, he's coming from Denpasar?
Yes, it's coming from our warehouse in the Pakistan. Maybe I will call him to you. I think he's already going to the Egypt.
Yeah, it's not raining here, but it's important that he at least communicates with me to let me know what's going on because I was told that he would be here between 9 and 10, and it's already 10, and I haven't heard anything. So I need to leave, and I can't sit here for a long time.
Okay, I will call him right now, and I will inform you if the awareness position like mine.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, okay, wait a minute. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So tomorrow we are leaving to travel to Thailand. I have booked a hotel in Thailand for 1 week in Bangkok. I don't like Bangkok, y'all. I do not like the concrete jungle. Bangkok reminds me of New York. I don't like New York because it's a concrete jungle. I don't like Bangkok because it's a city. I'm not a city girl. I can spend some time in the city and check it out, but at the end of the day, I'm not really a city girl. I like tropical. You know what I'm saying? I like sun. I like water. I like that type of vibe. So, yeah, I am gonna go there. I don't know what I'm gonna do, y'all. It's a new year. It's a new freaking year. And while I'm here in Southeast Asia, my skin has actually come a long way. Yeah, it's come a long way. It's really come a long way. But while I'm here in Southeast Asia, if I don't take advantage of living my best life and traveling while I have the ability to do so, What am I really doing? Like for real. I booked my ticket through, was it Thai Airlines? Anyway, no, I booked my ticket through Expedia. And because they are the third party, I have to go on to the actual airline. Well, I can do, I guess I can do that when I do my check-in. I don't have to check in until 4 today, around 4 o'clock. So what I'll do is add another piece of luggage because they allow you to have one check bag for free with my ticket and a carry-on. I don't have a carry-on, but I do have 2 bags. So I'm gonna have to pay extra for that extra piece of luggage, of course. Oil my hair. And y'all, this is the best oil. If you can find this at TJ Maxx or Marshall's or something like that, it's the best oil. It's argan oil. And I've been using it for years. It makes your hair feel like velvet. It might look like carpet, but it feel like velvet. It might look like carpet right now. So yeah, that's what we're doing, y'all. And I just wanted to keep y'all up on what's happening. So I'm not popping up somewhere y'all like, wait a minute, where the hell? The next video that I'm going to upload is an interview, or I think a couple interviews. Y'all, I want this to be like, I was gonna shave it off. And I was gonna redo my braids. Remember I've been talking about redoing my braids when the new year came in? I just didn't have the energy, baby. I might do it when I get to Thailand. I just didn't have the energy. I was looking for the villa and frustrated about that. And then when I braid my hair, I definitely have to be inside for at least, I don't even know how this works. I've had this for so long and never used it, but it don't seem to be working on my hair. But yeah, I didn't want to be seated that long. Because you have to really focus and be comfortable when you braid your own hair. And I just didn't feel no comfort. I didn't feel no comfort, honey. So I ain't redo it. I just put it in these little plaits. And we'll see how to get down, gonna get down. Here's what they don't know. Here's what the people don't know. The man that's coming to move, I was gonna say my furniture. I ain't got no furniture. I got 2 pieces of luggage. I got a bag. I'm gonna show y'all what I got. I be trying not to accumulate shit, but it's kind of hard not to. And I just bought this kettlebell because as of tomorrow, which is Monday. No, today is Monday. As of today, we're starting our power playbook. I'll talk about that a little later too. But I have my rice cooker. I have my kettlebell. I wanted to bring my kettlebell so bad with me, but I just don't have the space in my luggage. I got my juicer. I bought a mini juicer a while back. I got my extra paper towels. I got my blender, my pots. shit like this. I got my dehumidifier and my spatulas and knives set. I got this big bag that's going, this bag that's going, and this has like my coffee and canned goods. Not a lot, you know, just my food items that I'm able to store. This one has my, what is this called? My ball. What is that? I forgot. Stability ball. It got my drone in here. I'm not taking my drone. It got some other exercise bands in here. Just a few clothing items like blankets and stuff that I bought that I just don't want to take with me. And then I'm taking these two bags. This one is the only one that I have room left for. I got my workout equipment that I could bring. Oh my God. So these ankle weights are going because I got to work on my knee. I got some photo equipment like my cameras and stuff, and just a few clothes. Because I don't know what I was doing when I was in the US. I was like, yeah, I'm going to go to the United States and I'm going to buy, you know, some outfits that I cannot buy in Bali that fit me, because it's hard to find clothes that actually fit me here, anywhere in Southeast Asia. And child, when I got back, I thought I was gradually accumulating stuff, but when I got back, I ain't had nothing. I was like, what was I doing? I wasn't even, I don't know. Anyways, so that's what we're doing. I guess this room is a mess. I don't like disorder. I don't like things being out of place, but this room is such a mess. I guess I'll make me some breakfast and then go out and have my daily cappuccino and get a few things done online. But yesterday I had such a productive day. I was so proud of myself. I applied for that paperwork that I needed to apply for Thailand. I bought my Onward ticket. I created my sales page for the next OnlyBans boot camp. If y'all ever wanted to live your life on your own terms by creating content, y'all know what kind of content. I ain't gonna say, I'm not gonna say it because they've been suppressing my videos and shit, my advertisements. They've been suppressing it every time I say the word or even have the word in there. But anyway, if you guys are wondering what I'm talking about, I'm a content creator and I have been doing that since 2019 on this one particular platform that I teach you how to set up for yourself so that you get to travel around the world, work 4 hours a week. I work 4 hours a week. Just creating content, taking photos of myself, videos of myself, just being sexy, doing what it is that I do, having fun doing it, no pressure, no boss, none of that. Thank you, God, that I'm able to do it. Thank you, God. So yeah, for those who are interested in doing that, if you've been laid off from your job, if you've always wanted to do it, try it out. Not for those who playing around though, who want to hide. I don't teach those kind of people. I only teach serious folks. But anyway, I said all that to say I need to go do some work. Oh, I created my sales page. That's what I was saying. I created my sales page for the program that starts February 8th. And I'm excited about that. I got a lot done yesterday. But today I got to go to the bank because my ATM card from here in this country that I can use anywhere, actually, they don't want to give me money. And just in case my stay is extended somewhere else, I want to have access to that too for any sort of emergency that I might have, because all I've been doing is just taking money and putting it in there. And because their app is only in Indonesia language and I don't understand how to read that, I didn't even download the app because I don't know what it means or what it says. So I haven't been able to keep track of what's in my account and why it's not working. So anyway, I'm gonna end this. Let me show y'all what it looked like outside. So it's about to rain. I picked up laundry the other day and I'm not gonna have time to drop off the laundry that I've been wearing. So I hand washed some things. Hopefully it'll get dry because like I said, it's very humid here. So hopefully it'll dry so I can put it in my luggage. But yeah, this is what it looks like outside before the rain hits. See, I really don't want to leave. It's so beautiful, but child, my health, if my health ain't good, ain't nothing good. Okay, you guys, it is official. I am the eating girl. Because every time I come on here, every time I pull out the camera, I'm at a restaurant and I'm eating. And I promise you, I do just a little more than that, just a little. Not a whole lot more, but I do just a little more than going to restaurants here in Bali. Y'all, so last vlog, I told you that I was waiting for the mover to come. He finally did come. So I went yesterday to do everything in advance so that it would just be done. He comes and picks up the stuff. They've already gotten the money, so on and so forth. Well, when I went yesterday, the day before, I paid for the storage in advance. Yesterday, I went back. I was like, you know what? I'm going to give them the money. And they were like, oh, no, we don't take cash here. You can't pay us. We can send you a link. And I was like, okay, send me the link. I said, but I don't want to pay until the job is done, until old boy comes to pick up my stuff. So the guy swore he understood the assignment, and he said he was gonna send me the link so that I can pay for the pickup of my luggage and the delivery. Because the bags were too big for me to put on my motorbike, of course, right? So I needed somebody to come and grab them, to put the ones in storage that I am not taking with me on the trip to Thailand. And he said he would send the link today for me to pay. Ask me Okay, ask me if he sent the link. I ain't received the link yet. And I told y'all, everything is on Bali time. You have to keep staying on them to do anything. And I'm just tired. I'm tired. So he picked up my things. I do need to reach out to them to make sure they were able to put my stuff in my storage and lock it up, which they told me they would do, and I didn't need to be there. I told y'all on the previous vlog that I had to hurry up and go to the bank. What I did not tell y'all is they do everything manually at the bank, and it takes forever. So I don't want to be sitting there all day. Lo and behold, I have been sitting there ever since the guy picked up my things, which was about 11:45. It is now 2:30. I just got here to this restaurant about 10 minutes ago. So yeah, I had to sit at the bank anyway all day. And what I went to the bank for, which was my card not being able to work at the ATM machines, when I got there, she was like, we don't have anything in our system to say why your card is not working. Let's go out to the ATM machine and see if it works. And of course, it worked. So I sat there for all that time for nothing. But it wasn't actually for nothing. Thank God I went, because I didn't know that they have to activate my card for me to be able to use it in Thailand, in other countries. I didn't know that because I used it just fine in the United States. And I was like, I used it in the US, because I just happened to be talking casually to the girl and told her that I was going to Thailand tomorrow. And she was like, oh, how long are you going to be gone? I told her I didn't know, but probably a month. She was like, oh, we have to activate your card so that you can use it in other countries. And I'm like, I just used it in the United States. And she was like, oh, I guess you're fine then. And I said, why don't you call and make sure? So they had to call their corporate office in Denpasar. And sure enough, I had them just go ahead and activate the card for Thailand and Vietnam, just in case. And I said, but why didn't I have to do this in the U.S.? And they were like, you don't have to activate your card when you go to the U.S. So anyway, now I'm here waiting for my food that I just ordered. I took me some allergy pills because this eye is running. And I went to the pharmacy and bought me another eye drop gel. These two are the same. This is the eye drops and this is eye drop gel. Now, they don't help the leaking of my eye. They help the soreness of my eye when I'm constantly wiping my eye from the leaking of my eye. My eye be so sore, like I can't even describe to you. It's just very irritated, and it swells up, over here in the corner. But I used this for the first time yesterday, which is a gel. This is regular drops. And the gel was so soothing. Like immediately, it felt really good. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to stop and get me another one just in case. So I'll have two. So I got eye drop and I got two of these eye gels. But yeah. So girl, we don't be doing nothing. And I get spicy.
Yes, it's spicy with prawn fried sauce, spring roll with the sauce. Enjoy.
My kasi. So these are the ones that I wanted, like extra. Can you bring extra of
Yeah,
these?
certainly.
Thank you so much. So, once again, excuse me, once again, here we are. I have been craving nasi goreng since I've been back from the US, and I just haven't gone anywhere to eat it until today. I was like, since I'm leaving, and again, I don't know how long I'm gonna be gone, y'all. I don't know. I can't say that this is permanent or not. I was like, let me go ahead and get this out my system now. But what I know about Thailand, they have amazing food there as well. Wait, hold on. It has prawns in it from chicken. It's one of the prawns cut in half. They have amazing food in Thailand. One thing about Bali, the flies is gonna come. As soon as you start eating, they come. Yeah, so Thailand has really good food too. But if you're on any type of restrictive diet, vegetarian diet, you're gonna be messed up in Thailand because their food is not the healthiest. The last time I was in Thailand, I was plant-based, and it was such a struggle to try to stay on my plant-based diet. In fact, Thailand is the reason why I'm no longer plant-based. Because eventually, it's like, okay, what am I gonna eat? If you're cooking your own food, that's one thing. But if you're not and you're bopping around, it's very hard to be on a strict diet. Yes, makasih. These are cucumbers. They give you a container like this, or a little bowl like this. And I love these so much that I asked them to bring me extra. I didn't know they was gonna bring me a whole tub full. They are so good. And I've only tasted them at this restaurant. I've never seen them or tasted them anywhere else. And I ordered this before, and they brought me this cute little bowl. And I tasted them, I was like, oh my God. Cucumbers, but they're pickled. Almost like pickles, but better. A little sweet. But they got this spice that's unfamiliar. Of course, it's a Balinese flavored spice. You know, one of the things that I learned since being in Southeast Asia that I didn't know, I'm kind of embarrassed to say, living in America, of course, all my life, we used to eat Chinese food all the time. When I was growing up, we had our favorite Chinese spot that we would go to as a family, or order takeout. Then when my kids were little, we would order takeout at one of my favorite Chinese spots. And I assumed, you guys, that all Asian food tastes alike. I didn't realize that the Vietnamese have their own flavors, the Thai have their own flavors, the Indonesians have their own flavors. I never knew. The Chinese, the Japanese, all the food tastes different. And I am not a huge fan of Balinese flavors. I am not one of my only, I should say one of my only, my biggest Balinese dishes is nasi goreng and mee goreng. The nasi goreng is the fried rice, which is what I'm eating now. And the mee goreng is the fried noodles. And both of them pretty much have the same flavor depending on where you go. One is just a noodle and the other is rice. I like those. But those other Balinese dishes like peanut sauces and all that other stuff, I don't get down with. I just don't like it. I don't like the way it tastes. I haven't tried everything, but most of what I try I don't like. But this is delicious. I'm gonna finish my food because I'm about to really dive in. And I'll get with y'all when I got something to talk about or when I have something to show you.
Escort.
Okay, you guys, so I am here. I finally made it here to Bangkok. I don't know how long I'm going to be here in Bangkok, but I finally made it here to Bangkok last night. Slept wonderfully. The room, everything was perfect. The travel was perfect. Not that I didn't think it would be, but everything was just, I had no hiccups. I was really pleased with the flight, as well as it was easy for me to find a car to get to the hotel. Once I got to the hotel, the receptionist was so super nice. Then I went out for a minute and just walked around my area, which it wasn't nothing going on because it was about after 9 at that point. And then this morning I got up and I created some content for my Tao Talk Tuesday for my fan pages. It is after 12. I think it's almost like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But I'm gonna go to this place that serves a fabulous Western style breakfast that I ate at before called Breakfast Story. And it's about 30 minutes away from where I am now. We are on the highway. I think I might dip into, I want to find a night market because there are some pants that I love. These little baggy Buddha style pants that I bought about 3 years ago from here, and I wore them things out. gonna be, I don't know. I don't know how long I'm gonna be in Bangkok. I might go to some different areas of Thailand and check it out, but right now we just relaxing. I know I'm here for a week. My hotel is booked for a week, so whether I extend or not, I don't know. So I'm just kind of like living my life, and I don't have a plan. And I just wanted to share that with y'all. And I'm going to take you around with me as much as I can. Okay, you guys, so we made it to the restaurant. I'll tell you, every time I turn on the camera, I'm in the restaurant, right? Always talking to you guys from a place where I am eating. I've eaten here at a different location maybe a couple years ago when I came to Thailand. And I wanted something that felt like home because I had been overseas for so long. And this place called Story Breakfast. I mean, you gonna get like what we have at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna show y'all what I ordered. Now, this is what I mean when I say being on track as far as dieting is concerned.
Water with like lemon. Is that okay?
Kap kum kap. Yes. Being on track as far as dieting is concerned while you're traveling is pretty much up in the air or non-existent. This is why I want to find a place where I can settle and I can actually call home. And like I said, I have made an agreement with myself when moving back, or I shouldn't say moving back, but when going back to Indonesia from the US, that I was really going to focus on getting my health together, because last year was a doozy when it came to my health. But y'all, I couldn't even stay in Indonesia. I couldn't do it. I couldn't, well, not in the area that I was in. And when I go back, I'm going to have to really look at some other areas outside of Ubud, because Ubud is the moistest, the most dense with vegetation, beautiful, the greenest part of Bali. I mean, when you talk about humidity, the humidity is it's not the issue. The issue is nothing seems to dry. So everything, the infrastructure, all of that, it soaks up moisture. And of course, when there's moisture and nothing ever drying, there's going to be some sort of mold. And I am highly, highly sensitive to mold. So I'm going to have to find a drier climate. Thailand feels so good. I thought I was going to come here and it was going to be burning up. It feels so good. Last night it felt really good. It's just like maybe 78, 80 degrees. Has a little bit of a breeze. I'm sitting outside right now. All the tables are full. Otherwise I would show y'all. But I'll give y'all a little bit. This is what I'm looking down at. They're doing some kind of construction here. And we're kind of like on the rooftop here. It is currently 1:30 in the afternoon. This is my first meal, first time getting out. I don't know what I'm gonna do today, but I'm gonna do something. and I just wanted to tap in with y'all, and I'll show you what I'm eating when it comes. Okay, here's my food, you guys. Okay, we got the food. We have secured the food, and I'm really excited about it. I have me a hot cappuccino with some almond milk because they didn't have oat milk, which is delicious. And we are staying on brand with the cappuccino.
Here you go. Now that's her.
Kapkun
Enjoy. Let me know if you need something.
Okay. Everybody's been so nice everywhere I've gone, but you know what? I haven't had the best experiences being in Thailand. First and foremost, let me just talk about it real quick. Not this time. I'm not talking about this time, but the last time that I came. Now there is one place that I absolutely love that nobody really talks about, and that is Krabi, Thailand. I also love Chiang Mai. Krabi is close to the Fiji Islands. It's close to an island called Rayleigh. It's close to, where else is it close to? Rayleigh, Fiji Islands. It's kind of close to Phuket. No, it's not close to Phuket because I had to take a long bus ride to Phuket from Krabi. But it's quieter. It's touristic, but quieter still, and it's close to the water. So I am an island girl. I love sun and water, and that's why it's so difficult for me to move to countries that don't have sun and water. And it took me a long time to learn that about myself. That's why I say sometimes we are not depressed. Sometimes we're not stuck. Sometimes we're not any of those negative connotations. We're just living in the wrong environment. We're living in the wrong type of area. And I didn't realize that until I moved to Atlanta, that living in the desert, I wasn't supposed to be there. I was not supposed to be there. This food is amazing. The syrup is like thin, like water almost. Y'all can't see it. But it's not sticking to the pancake like I like. They said it's homemade. Everything is fabulous. Thank you. It's not sticking to the pancake. The pancake is soaking it up. But it's good. I have egg whites. I have some breakfast potatoes. The staff has been amazing here. Oh, I was telling you about my horrible experiences. So Krabi turned out to be one of my favorite places. I went to Pattaya, Thailand. And I guess that's where all the passport bros go. I didn't realize that there was so much, um, so much going on over there. That definitely was not my vibe or my place. And everybody was just rude and it was crazy over there. I could not wait to get out of there. And I think that is when I discovered Krabi. But I just felt so out of place. I really had to leave. So Krabi wound up resetting my nervous system. But I also love Chiang Mai. The first time I ever came to Thailand, I went to Chiang Mai. Went to several places. I went to Pai. I went to Chiang Mai. Bangkok. So yeah, anyway. We're just hanging out.